Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It is Monday. It's Monday just about noon here on the East Coast in the United States. It's really cold. It's only about 15 degrees. And I don't know about you, but this full moon seems to be really taking me out energetically. And so this past weekend, I really started to feel very like sad, like despondent, like depressed. And again, I'm not a medical doctor, not giving any medical advice. This is just how I'm feeling, and maybe you're resonating with it too, that it just feels like everything's overwhelming and things aren't moving, and there's just this real feeling of almost desperation or despair. And I was watching somebody else earlier, and I was like really resonating with what she was saying, and it was all about this feeling and where is it coming from and why are we experiencing it. So that's what I thought I would do. I just come on today and do a little bit of a reading to kind of see where the energies are. It feels like this is maybe energy ramping us up to the 12/12 portal that'll be coming in about 4 days, and I'm doing it live. So there'll be no editing. And if you're here, thank you so much. And if you're not, if you're watching on the replay, welcome. But I can't go live on Facebook. I'm not really sure. Ever since I got hacked, my account has been very like diminished, or yeah, I don't have the full range of everything that I need to do, so I don't know who I'll have to get in touch with. But it's very strange for me to not be able to go live on Facebook. So it is what it is, and here we are. But if you're feeling these energies, this full moon, I know it. I think again, not really. To be honest with you guys, I haven't done a lot of looking at what this full moon was all about. I just know what I'm feeling. So, good morning, everyone. Melissa L. Watkins, evidential medium, master instructor with integrated energy therapy, spiritual life coach. Everything can be found about me at melissaalwatkins.com. I'm also partnering now with Brains Magazine, BRAINZ. So, if you've not checked them out, please head over and check out my interview article, the very first article that has been published. There'll be another article coming out that I've written. So the first article was an interview with me, and then the second article on the 16th coming out will be the article that I wrote. And so, yeah, here we go. All right. So these energies, they're a lot. I have not been able to get going this morning. I actually have another article that I want to put out this month, and I have the bones of it, and I just couldn't do any work on it. And, if you've been with me for a while, you know that every day I used to go live at right around 10 a.m. and do kind of a daily card or a daily reading, weekly reading, monthly reading. And that's kind of what I felt like doing today, just kind of coming on and doing a reading and seeing where the energies are going to take us. So for those of you following on my Guidance 311 group on Facebook, I have not posted the pick a card reveal for the weekend. Just so you know, again, I was out of it this weekend. These energies are a lot. So I actually have the Greenwich Oracle, which is the card deck that I will be posting that reveal. And to be honest with you, I might even do it I might actually do like a recording instead of posting it so you read it. I don't know. For some reason I was feeling that. But anyway, so the card deck that I was being called to this morning is The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So honestly, guys, I'm just going to kind of get into it. I'm just going to do this. So take what resonates, as always. I'm not really sure where this is going to go. Good morning. Good afternoon. Welcome. Yeah, for those of you used to seeing me on Facebook, I'm not allowed to go live, so it is what it is. Okay, so we've got a couple cards that wanted to come out. One went flying and one kind of popped out. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this card before from this deck. To the sea. To the sea. I don't know if you can see, but there's actually a face in the Sky? I think you can. Card number 7, so that's definitely a really good card. Numerologically, number 7, all about abundance. Um, and I mean, if you look in this card, I feel like she's exactly how I'm feeling today, just kind of like unsure and sad. And what direction am I going in? And where do I need to be? And how am I going to get there? And am I going to have what I need? It was funny because after dropping off my grandbaby to school this morning, I actually went and sat. I live in what's called the Finger Lakes in central New York, and I actually went and sat by the lake. There's a pull off where you can kind of sit on the edge of the lake. It's frozen. It was really cold, but I didn't get out of my car. But I did open the windows and got fresh air, cold fresh air, but it was refreshing. And I just needed that energy. I just needed that energetic blowout, if you will. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna actually grab the book and let's see what this card is all about for us. Da, da, da. I don't know if these will do it. We'll see. So the essential meaning, being in the flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. This isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. Relationship message. There are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. Prosperity message. Everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake up your most prosperous potential. To get into the flow, you need to address your beliefs about abundance and money. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents and abilities, and most important, your core beliefs. Everything flows from your inner world and is reflected in the outer one. When grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness. You can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. And then the protection message. When external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there's no hidden message for you to decipher. Like the ocean, the tides of experience ebb and flow. You're in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow again in due course. There is no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn to flow, even when the tide is going out. Relax and trust in the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. An ancient mariner saying applies to you now. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay home and repair their nets. Okay. So that was not what I thought that card would be about. So that's really, really, really interesting. Yeah, go with the flow. And I'm struggling with that today. So that's probably the message that we all need right now. Go with the flow. And especially in this time of year, December, Christmas celebrations are coming up for those of you who do celebrate. And, there's a lot of expectation around maybe what you should do, where you should be, who you should see, where you should go. A lot of expectation being placed on you, and so yeah, going with the flow. um I think that's just, I don't know, I think it's perfect way to start this. Oh, look at this card, two very blue cards. Imagine card number 20 was the next card that flew. This was the one that actually flew out of the deck. This one actually flew out of the deck. Look at that. And again, I feel like there's some water imagery here, or the feeling of water. Oh, yeah, it looks like a person's silhouette coming out of the water, and there's like a cord coming down from the moon, and there's also a face behind the moon. So there's the face of the moon, and then there's a face behind the moon, and this cord is connecting her. Hmm, look at that. Can you see that face? I don't know if you can see the face that's like in the moon. So there's one, of course, in the moon, but then there's this other one over here. Interesting. And then she's reaching up. This is actually giving me crystalline energy vibes that there's a lot of crystalline energy coming in. I know there's some tremendous solar flares going on right now or solar storms. Some kind of an eruption I think I read about yesterday. So yeah, a lot of energy flowing in right now. Um, card number 20. So the energies of 2 and the energy of 0. So stability and um, new new journey coming with stability and a new journey, stability on a new journey. But I feel like the stability coming in with the new journey. It's like the new journey bringing the stability that you've been looking for. And so staying in the flow, staying in the connection to source is what I'm kind of feeling for us with those faces in both of those. It's like you're not alone. It's like source has you. Your higher self is with you. God, Christ consciousness is with you. You're not alone right now. So whatever you're going through, whatever you don't feel like you have, support, resource, enough, stability right now, whatever it is you're really feeling like lack, I feel like spirit is coming in and saying, go with the flow, call on us, connect to us, especially with that cord, connecting her to the higher realm. Um, connect in, go into meditation, go into a meditative state, go outside, even when it's cold out, put on the warm clothes, get outside, refresh your auric field, feel the connection to Mother Gaia, but also connecting to source, through meditation, through, reading something inspirational, whatever way you need to, connecting to source, reading scripture for some of you, just anything that is going to kind of allow your connection to your higher self or to source really feel real, really feel grounded, tangible, because it is. But I think we forget that. I think we forget um, that your connection to all that is, your connection to source, your connection to Christ consciousness, your higher self, it is tangible, it is real. But we get so caught up in, and I'm hearing woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? So I feel like some of you are struggling with woulda, coulda, shoulda right now, that there's this energy of, the past kind of coming up in distortion is what I'm hearing. We don't remember things the way they happened. We remember them through our own lens. And if our lens is through self-criticism, our lens is through the traumatic experiences we've had, whatever the lens is, self-judgment, that's what I'm feeling like spirit is really asking you to let go of, in that um, that you're protected, that you are um, it's like you're protected. And do you know that? Are you remembering that? Are you allowing yourself to lean into that connection. Okay? All right. Oh, I hope that helped, Cynthia. Okay. So this is the Imagine card. Turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity, illusions. Who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? You were gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. This is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. Can you believe in magic? Can you allow yourself to believe in magic? Magic is real. It's inside of you. But for so many of us, we get caught up in our 3D humanness, right? Our five senses, right? If I can't feel it, touch it, smell it, hear it, see it, it doesn't exist. I feel like this Imagine card is wanting you to open up your psychic senses, your inner eye, your inner knowing, your inner hearing, your inner feeling, your inner sensing. Illusions and wishful thinking rooted in a sense of lack have entered your life. You may now be the time to see things as they truly are and not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Release any fear, then envision anew. Perhaps you are anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating the image of disaster over and over in your mind. The universe responds to such projections, so be aware of this catastrophizing. No matter what, illusions and awfulizing are a misuse of imagination. Clear the inner slate and stay grounded, stay real. Only then can you truly have what you desire. And it's so synchronistic because when I get feeling very scared, I mean, I'm human. The fear creeps in, right? I do a lot of listening to Abraham, Esther Hicks, channeling Abraham. And, she talks about how when the negative comes in, bring in the positive. So when the negative thought comes in, bring in the positive thought, right? And when you do that, you're not letting that negative emotion take hold. You're flipping the script, and you're allowing things to start to flow into your experience in your vortex, from your vortex, right? Getting it out of the ethers and into the tangible, into your hands. So, all right. So that's how we started the reading, with those two cards, which I think help. They helped me. Hope they helped you. Okay. So with that, I think we're going to move on to pulling some. Speaking of magic, I have the. I can't even remember what the name of the deck is or who it's by, but it's a kind of a witchy tarot. So let's pull some tarot messages. Yeah, and I had a pile fall out, so let's start there. And I love it, the death card right up front. First card out. And this is exactly what we're going through right now. The death of the ego for all of us in some way. The death of some story that we've been telling ourselves that it's really hard to let go of, because it's hard to believe that everything's going to be okay. It's hard to believe that we're not the old story, the old paradigm. This is beautiful new beginning coming in. And I love this card because on the side here, we've got this little boy holding up that bouquet of flowers. And that's what's coming. So what this is making me feel there's a movie, I'm sure you guys can, Easy Rider, I think it is, with Nicolas Cage. This card always makes me think of that movie. But it's going out. It's going out, and whatever it is, whatever the story is, whatever the old, um, fear is, whatever the old obsession is, whatever the old, anxiety is. And it's I feel like that's what's gripping us right now in the last throes of this energy of this full moon. It's like it's ready to it's ready to you're ready to release that fear, that mantle of whatever you've been holding on to for decades, your whole life, whatever it is. And so, yeah, it's time for the new to come in, but the old has to depart. And yes, there is a death happening this month in you, in your inner sanctum of your soul, of an old story, an old belief, an old trauma, an old version, and you're grieving it, but you're also afraid of it, right? Let's face it. Change is hard. We get scared. We get terrified. Terrified. Yeah, there it is. Because it's changing. Things are changing. Things are changing. So as the old is leaving, and this isn't small stuff. This is a death card. It's a very big ending of a relationship, of a career, of a belief, of a situation, of a mantle, something that has been sitting on your shoulders, weighing on your shoulders, lack consciousness, trauma, anxiety, something. The wheel is turning. The wheel is turning, and I feel like this energy, this solar flare, this it's moving out so that the new can come in. And I feel like we are gearing up to this 12/12 portal. I'm so feeling that it'll be interesting. Um, it'll be interesting to tap into the 12/12 portal, which, um, I feel like we're only a couple of days away from. Because again, these portals, they start a couple days before, the day of, and then a couple days after, whether it's, the full moon cycle or these portals. But yeah, I feel like we're in the pre-energy of this portal of knowing what is leaving, and maybe we don't know what's coming, but we sure feel what's leaving. And what's leaving is something that has caused us to have to struggle, have to fight. And for many of us, it's going to be really hard to put down that baton of what we've been fighting for so long, because what's coming in is the ease that fight, whatever we fought for, um, it it's like we won. We won the fight. But how do we then know how to act? How do we then know how to move forward? Because now the landscape is completely different, because we're not always in fight. We're not always in flight. We're not always in watching our back. We're not always in survival. We're not always our sympathetic nervous system isn't always in on, basically. Yeah, this energy we've won the fight. We've won the fight. And because if we put these cards in the right order, something is releasing, the tide is turning, and the fight is over. The fight is over. And now we come into our sovereignty. Now we come into the safety and the stability. So that's where I feel like things are opening up for us, so that we know we're safe and stable. Things show up for us. Things are manifesting for us. We're not fighting anymore. We're not struggling anymore. The paradigm has shifted. The wheel has turned into our favor. Look at that. We have the keys. We have the keys to the doors of where we're going. We have the keys to the doors that have always been locked to us previously. So for those of you who have been wanting to find your most compatible soulmate, for those of you who have been wanting to start your own business or do something very different from how you've made your money, for those of you who are just ready to release the trauma that has held you back, the unworthiness, the victimization, the anger, the abandonment, the resentment, the threat, the woulda, coulda, shoulda, like, you now have the keys to step through the doors that's on the other side of those energies, emotions, feelings, traumatic experiences, stories, the stories that you were given, the programming that you were given that told you you weren't good enough, you weren't thin enough, you weren't pretty enough, you weren't good enough, you weren't talented enough, you weren't whatever that story was. The light is shining on. The light is shining through. And you're coming into this stability, resources, finances, relationship, male or female. That King of Pentacles, it's about the energy of stability. And now having the keys to enter those doors, those rooms where progress happens, prosperity flows. It's like, you're not going to believe it. Or there's going to be this feeling of like, too good to be true. Can I trust it? When is the other shoe going to drop? And these are the energies that you're going to have to be like, nope, no, that's not where we are anymore. We're on the other side of that. That is done, dead, over. It is a new dawning. It is a new day. I don't have to fight anymore. I have to accept. I have to receive. I have to lean into my gifts and my talents. I have to be true to who I am. I have to keep my boundaries high, but I have to let the love in and I have to let the love out. I have to give the love and I have to receive the love. Because I am now stable and I now have what I need to enter the rooms, to enter the relationships, to enter the collaborations, to enter wherever I want to go, whatever I want to do. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is what I was feeling today. I was just feeling like I needed to come on and share a message with you all because I was feeling so desperate, so despondent, so sad, couldn't figure out why. Everything is going well. I've got a new collaboration, a new, I don't know. It's so funny. I just think that maybe things have changed so drastically in the last couple of months for me that it's like, as excited as I am to go in the new direction, letting go of the old it's been hard. It's been sad. And to not connect with you in the way that I used to connect with you, like I'm getting used to that, like the change in the way that I connect. And I've got some other things going on that are also going to create change for us in a good way, in a positive way. But I think right now, today, before this 12/12 portal, we do have to trust. We do have to trust in our higher power. We do have to trust in God or Christ consciousness or whatever you want to call it, because we are going in a positive direction. But in that positive direction, there are things that are going to fall away. There are things that we have to leave behind because that's the old version of us. That's the old energy we no longer resonate in. So thank you for being here live. I totally appreciate it. I'm going to leave on, I think, a happy note. I'm actually going to use the Merry Christmas spray created by the Archangel Metatron Color Healing Therapy Sprays by Amanda Ellis. So let's just spray this and leave on this very positive note of receiving whatever this energy is bringing to you this month. And are you ready? Are you ready to open your arms and say, I do trust this new direction. I do trust this new vision. I do trust this new opportunity. For sure. Lots of new opportunities coming our way. And I feel like this portal 1212 is going to help us to step into these new energies. But right now, really kind of maybe getting a lot of clarity about what it is you're leaving behind or what it is that can't go forward with you. So take the time to ground, meditate, self-care, however that looks for you. And just know that I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings, and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. And we'll talk soon. Thank you.